Music evades the mind and body and creates an adventurous escape for its listeners. It's one of the most popular modes of expression. For some, it's more than just an expression, it's a lifestyle, while to others, it is the most accessible form of therapy. Wherever you reside in the world, there is one thing we can all agree on about music. It is powerful.
Amazing grace, fly to face, the boy them a chase, top them base.
The relationship between music and memory. First of all, the brain is an incredible tool. There are recent studies have shown that people who have lost their memory completely, they don't even know their own name. If you play a song, they can tell them exactly when they heard and they start singing the song. There's one particular composer who has some serious brain injury. And if you just hum the melody to a symphony, he can go on the keyboard and play the entire symphony. Because we store memory connected with music in various places in the brain, not just one location, so even when you're brain damaged. So it tells us that if somebody just start humming a song to you that you learned as a child, it brings back the entire memory of the song. I have done so in my own work where I've just put something to a rhythm and clap my hand to it, and the child learns the words immediately. Why is it that every Jamaican child knows the lyrics to every song ever recorded? And them don't know them schoolwork. Once you put it to a rhythm, it's as if what the rhythm does, it lubricates the sound past the eardrum right into the head. So yes, the music aids melodic music, rhythmic music, music that you find enjoyable. It aids memory and recall, and it embeds the thing much longer in your long-term memory.
Back in the days when they used to have karate movie, you know, and when the movie over, I see people come out and start, you know. So that's how music powerful, you know, because you in your music you claim a character, you know, so people listen to it lyrically, you know, and start play the character there.
The music don't influence we to the violent stuff. It's we want to do violent stuff.
It's entertainment, and people should take it as entertainment only. That's what it is. It's entertainment. It's just music.
Dancehall music, it cannot be blamed wholly and solely for crime and violence in the society, but it contributes, you know, everything of it contributing factors.
At least street fire near me. Anyway, you hear me? I'm the war teacher. Me boss me gun them anyway you dismiss her. In front of the officer, bullet a turn them over.
So clearly, yes, the music, the rhythm, it shapes you emotionally, then it predisposes you to listen, and ultimately it predisposes you to behave.
The role for me that I have found that dancehall plays is less related to actual behavior and more related to a kind of symbolic ideology, symbolic practice. So I haven't been able to, and I haven't conducted a study in that way that would say cause and effect. But what I have found based on my research, based on my discussions with individuals who are immersed in dancehall culture, or you know, immersed partially or otherwise, is that the dance hall for them is a place of catharsis. They go and enjoy themselves, release tensions, have fun, and then they go home.
The more a child, the more a person sings about, talks about, experiences a theme, what it does, it desensitizes them to the theme. So if you sing about killing, it is easier for you to kill somebody, because you have just dehumanized them. I heard about a situation where a young man who again was charged with, murder, young teen, he was shocked when his behavior caused the other person's death, because I never know what that did. I feel someone else get up back afterwards, because they were playing just what they see on the music video, right? So the same thing about the sexually explicit behavior taking place in the classrooms now, in the schools. The more children talk about these themes, sing about these themes, and more so, they see that adults approve of these themes. it means it gives them license to practice these themes.
I haven't really met anyone who actually goes out of their way then to practice what is preached in dancehall because the dancehall said so. What I've met are individuals whose lives are lives that are circumscribed by violence, whether by choice or otherwise, and they also happen to be fans of dancehall, supporters of dancehall, practitioners of dancehall. But in terms of the chicken and egg story, dancehall causes them to be this way. I cannot make any conclusions in that direction.
Dancehall music emerged in the mid-1980s with raunchy lyrics and vivacious rhythms that attracted a massive audience. This genre of music was derived from reggae music, which at the time was an avenue for social commentary on issues such as politics.
If you take the 70s, the music is shaped primarily by Rasta and Bob Marley as its most powerful exponent. I said the music targeted our hearts and our brain. It forced us to think, to learn, and to grow.
But dancehall took on a different focus, and as such, the content of the music has been reflected in fashion and lifestyles with forceful lyrics that focus on violence and sexuality, seemingly the most recurring themes in the music.
Dancehall was first known more for its sexual explicitness, and when Yellowman came out and started talking about his different things, I don't know, he has a song, we were listening to it in a class recently, my cocky did hurt me, and he goes into all these discussions, and you have all these songs that were very explicit, and so he was labeled in a particular way as being sexually raw and vulgar, and then other artists from the 80s onwards have brought that forward, balancing it, I suppose, with a lot of the discussions about violence. But sex has been a very important part of dancehall, but not just dancehall, but of Jamaican music.
If you hear my song them back in the days, it's not slap music. You understand? Even when I do a song name, who are the teacher for the class? Sex educational class, And people back in the days, them did itchy about the word, the lyric, And them time the people used to flags my music as slackness, but it never slack, because me used to just talk about, me used to sing about, and even though me still sing about man and woman, but me not sing it like me used to sing it back in the 80s.
When we made the shift from the 80s and the 90s to dancehall, the focus of the music was no longer brain and heart, but genitals and feet. Huh? Look at the dominant theme. The purpose, as opposed to the 70s compared to the 80s and 90s, moved from the heart and the head, the brain, genital music, feet music. So it's about rhythm, the dance, it's about genital behavior.
People them right now, when we did have, like Barry Salmon and them man there, Charlie Chaplin, Josie and them man there, them there was dancehall time. No one a dancehall time, a mad time.
The volume of violence and sexuality in these lyrics often attracts the attention of concerned citizens who are becoming increasingly uncomfortable with what they deem to be slackness in dancehall music. These concerns have been numerous, leading one to believe unwholesome lyrics in dancehall is a new trend. But experts say it has been the case for years.
Slackness bust long time. You understand? I know the young people them now just a bust it. It bust long time. So for act like say at them just a bring certain things and I put it on the young people them. Nothing no go so.
Sex has been a very important part of dancehall, but not just dancehall, but of Jamaican music as well, because the other genres of music before dancehall also had their very sexually explicit themes, but they were not as popular and as prominent.
You have slow R&B American songs where if these people listen to where some of them slow singers they are singing, say, then dancehall coming like church. Make we check country and western music, that is a favorite of all Jamaica. I mean, me personally, in my house, me have Marty Robbins, me grew up come see that, and Jim Reeves and all them people there. And if we listen, let's take for instance Marty Robbins. If we listen to a Marty Robbins sing, Marty Robbins have an album with something like 10 or 12 tracks, where him die in all of the song them, and him not only die of natural cause, him die of gunshot.
If your mother says rob a bank, would you? If the media tells you to skip school, would you do it? What if the music says shoot a man? Would you do it? Are you influenced by the dancehall music to act violently?
No.
No. Over the years, dancehall music has sparked many debates, most of which surrounds the negative content of the music and its implications for the society. The debates on dancehall music are increasing daily. One popular theory is that dancehall lyrics are fueling the social ills and intolerable behavior, especially among teenagers.
Two of the dominant themes in dancehall music. One is destructive sexual behavior, and the other is wanton violence. And if we notice the extent to which our young people who gravitate to these songs almost use it as a soundtrack to their lives.
I don't believe that what I'm seeing, for example, on videos, little porno videos made with use of a cell phone is as related to dancehall though as it is to the availability of sexually explicit pornographic material to our young people on the internet, the cable television that is really very accessible now. When I was going to high school, we were listening to King Yellow Man. We didn't make videos of ourselves. We didn't take photographs of ourselves. We were, reading Hustler magazine and Playboy magazine that somebody would sneak into the school and we hide and read it. Now there is a lot more available. The technology has increased exponentially as the years have passed, and the young people are buying into it. So dancehall has been around since I was going to high school, and people were listening to it, listening to all the sexually explicit themes. What has changed in this era is not the amount of sex talk in dancehall. It's the availability of images, availability of digital technology that our young people can plug into and see, as far as I'm concerned, a little too much.
Many of the parents who bring their boys especially to me, who are not performing in school, who are getting into bad company, who are involved in all kind of destructive and violent behavior, one of the things that the parent report is that these boys incessantly and consistently surround themselves with the music of certain artists. And it's typically the music that is most destructive, the most violent.
There is no empirical evidence that demonstrates that dancehall is a primary contributor to violence in Jamaica. There is no empirical evidence out there that demonstrates that. This is just primarily the opinion of people, okay? However, again, common sense can tell you that dancehall is a powerful socializing force. So for anybody to say that what is produced in dancehall is not having an effect on our young people, is not having any effect on our young people, that person would be disingenuous and would be quite wrong. All I'm saying, dancehall is having an effect on our young people, and some of those and some of that impact is undesirable and unproductive and is causing problems.
Hey, me no boomer. Me touch the road, go for Jamie. Come me level at least.
My music influences people to the point where it just entertains them and it amuses them. You know what I mean? That is the purpose of a Vybz Kartel music. Because Vybz Kartel music is like, it is something from the people, for the people, and it is about the people. You know what I mean? I get my inspiration from the people. So when I put that inspiration to music and put it forward to them, they accept it wholeheartedly.